talk about it.
Control.
I'm sharing my screen. Let me know when you see.
We see it.
Cool. Okay, so let's jump in. All right, so the first thing is we set goals today. So I was asking you earlier what your goal got shifted to. So we worked really hard at actually not downgrading anyone's goal. So either your goal stayed the same or it went up. So that's encouraging. So a lot of 25s, a lot of 20s. We did a new thing that we are announcing today, and these headphones have a bit of an echo, so forgive me if I'm speaking super loud. For all our global affiliates, we actually gave them a $25 goal. It's a way of saying thank you. We're also doing something unique for our super affiliates next month as well, so stay tuned for that. In the month of March, we'll have a special goal for all our super affiliates. So just as I said earlier, the key thing is the goals either stayed the same or went up. No one's goal actually decreased. You will also have a $5 goal if you just downloaded Tapestri for the first time and you're in the first month. Let that go for the next 30 days and see what that goal jumps to. We've seen some big jumps. So a lot of people who went from 5 directly to 25, which is super exciting. The key thing here, let's go through, is smart links, smart links, smart links. So we've been talking about this forever. And for all those who aren't familiar, why we went this route versus the traditional route is we see a world of more browsers and more different tools blocking third-party cookies. And if you're depending heavily on cookies, that would potentially send your lead out into the ether, and you're not being able to track or attribute that person back to you as a user or even as an affiliate. So our new methodology, which is really based on an email address, really saves that process. So what I could do is, Danny, in this example, I'll send it to you, and then you can open up on your phone. We can do it that way. If that's helpful, but just kind of show an example of us sharing something, what it looks like for the consumer who receives it, and kind of go from there. Okay, so if you're an affiliate with us, it looks one way, and if you're a user, it looks completely different. So on my account, what account do I have open today? Okay, so I have a privacy Tapestri account. So this is a non-affiliate account. When I refer, I have this unique code tied to at the very end, 17108. Now that code is tied uniquely to me. So I can tap a friend and Slack, WhatsApp, whatever, TikTok, Instagram, the message to anyone I want, or I could just take that URL and copy it and paste it, and then actually create a landing page, a squeeze page, create personalized messaging. And we'll definitely be talking about that over the next few weeks of what I would do if I was marketing this product. Is I would build a really low cost, inexpensive, but nice looking squeeze page. And that refer would be me. So 17108, or if you're Danny, it's live, or whatever your affiliate username is. You can change your affiliate usernames. We don't want everyone changing the username because it's going to be a lot of work for our support. But if you have, a random username that you don't want to mass market, it may be a good idea to go ahead and change it now before you start doing a whole lot of mass marketing. But it's really up to you. So in this scenario world, if you're going to build a squeeze page, I would absolutely utilize this domain and utilize some of the Tapestri graphics and videos. We can talk about that. We make sure that's compliant. But once you've done that, you can actually create a page, send someone directly to a link, get their opt-in. The opt-in, the email address, I think is the most important thing to capture. So even if they put in their email address, you've captured that. And, we're all so busy. We have an intention to do something. Somebody sent me this. I'll go back later and we forget because, life's super busy and our attention span is literally a couple of minutes these days. But you have that email address to actually refer and kind of drip on that person in the future to get them to come back and actually download it. So first part is capturing that email address from this unique link, which we'll go to in a second. The second part is actually messaging that person if they actually do not have some type of opt-in or they don't do anything. The third part is have that consumer actually download it. When they actually download the app, they don't have to put in anything. Literally, all of the connection has been made with them actually putting in their email address. So I will refer right now. Let's see. Let's send it to Danny Walker. All right, I have sent it. How else will I send this to? Let's send another one to my Samsung Tapestri Android phone. And I can keep sending these referrals over and over and over again. And we do ask confirmation after these referrals are sent, like, did you send this or not? There is like a data point we're actually looking at to see if you're sending them successfully or people just hitting that button over and over and over. From there, you can go to your referral history and actually see all the referrals you successfully, great choice at Samsung. Thanks, Arthur. All those who successfully downloaded it. The one thing I'll mention here, in our new design, we are optimizing this page. So let's say I sent this to 10 people. What you'll actually see is the number of invites, which is 10, money earned, which is pending, because you have to have those invites be on board for 30 days. You'll actually also see the number of days active per invite. So right now, we understand that people are checking for the double check marks or looking in the members back office. Is this person still active? You'll kind of have all that knowledge here. You'll know how many days that person's been active without having to constantly text them or call them. Are you still active? Are you sure you downloaded it? Well, you'll know right there if they're active or not. So I'm trying to give you more intelligence. Now, this is kind of phase one of Smart Links. We're already talking about new things we can do for further attribution. But this is how Smart Links works. You capture that email up front. They may or may not download right away, just depending on who the person is and how busy they are. If they do download right away, you have an active invite, and you have an actual invite in your members back office. If they do not, you have that captured as a lead that you can follow up on with customized messaging. If you want to take this super seriously, and I encourage you to, is to build maybe a simple squeeze page, an inexpensive page with a domain that you feel like is marketable, like tap into data earnings, get paid on your mobile data. There's a lot of affiliates have done that, which I think is super smart. And then utilize your link then on the page. So now you have an optimized page that's basically optimizing for installs and can even throw some testimonials on there as well, which I think would also help conversions. If you have questions on colors, clicks events, how you want to track this from an analytics, this is the call that we can get super itty gritty on. Google Analytics, without a doubt, is super important to have on that website so you can actually track and attribute where that traffic came from. And also there's other tools like Chartbeat, which will tell you how much time people actually spend on that website, where they're clicking, and where the heat mapping actually is. Or if people are coming to this website and they completely abandon it, they're not doing anything, they're not putting in their email address. And that could mean a couple of things. It could be, you need more information, to give them more information before they can actually put in their email address. There's not a lot of trust set up quite yet. So maybe change the graphics, change the messaging, change add video. Videos do a really good job for conversion as well. And do some A/B testing. All those key things are going to help you as you begin marketing your app. And this squeeze phase example. But also there's the traditional Instagram and Facebook, right? So you clearly have friends and family there. And it's important. We see people who have goals. We have people who've made money. And utilize your own personal story to actually get people to download Tapestri. Your own true set, your own money in the bank goes a long way than, selling and marketing. And that's what I encourage more than ever. So what we're seeing, those who do a really good job are like, listen, I use this app. No other app on my phone is paying me. This app's paying me. Last month I made $15, $20, or $100, or whatever it is for data I'm already giving away. Use my link, you can earn. So that is a good example of how to do it. But I'll stop there, Danny, so we can actually talk about, from what I sent you, what it looks like from a referral perspective.
Perfect. Let me share my app screen here. So Walter sent me that message from the app. That's the in-app invite. And let me get back on Zoom and share my screen so you guys can see what it looks like. Where do I go to share my screen? Come on. It's thinking. Okay.
No worries.
Can you see it?
Yep.
Awesome. All right. So Walter shared that invite with me. Here's what it looks like on the invite. I click on it and immediately takes me to this landing page, which tells me apps profit from your mobile data. Download Tapestri to secure your data and get paid for it. And then when I enter my email, which I'm going to have to enter a fake one because all my emails are already in the system, and I click on Get the App, then the store buttons pop up. I have an iPhone, so I'm going to click on download in the App Store, and it takes me right to the app. Now, like Walter said, a lot of us are busy, and our 2-second attention span was over 10 seconds ago. So I might not get to the point of downloading the app right then and there. But the good news is we at Tapestri follow up. They still get that original email telling them, welcome to Tapestri, tap into the app that pays. And they get that email with the buttons in the email itself as well. And then they're put into a email automation funnel where on day one, so they get the first email immediately, 24 hours later, they get another email, 48 hours after that. So there's a whole email sequence of 5 different emails that they get over the course of, I think it's 7 or 9 days, that just gives them every single day a little bit more info about data, privacy, security, Tapestri, what the app does, what it doesn't do, and some testimonials, as Walter said, of people who are earning, how much they've made, and to tap into that anonymous mobile data and monetize it for themselves. So each email gives you another opportunity, or them another opportunity, to install the app if they haven't done so yet, and gives them simple instructions on how to make sure their location is always on in the app. Because as we all should know, I'm going to go to my settings on my iPhone to check and see and confirm my Tapestri app. I've set my location to always. Okay, so everybody on an iPhone, you want to see always, and then also that precise location is on. And that ensures that the app is always able to be working in the background for me on my behalf, even when I don't have the app open. Same for all of you other iPhone users. On a Samsung, it's pretty much the same way to check it would be go to your settings. There's a few different nuances. And for those of you with Samsung or with Android, you probably already know how to make sure your location is on allow all the time. Very important piece of this is to do that. If you have any questions, there's a file in your resources tab that has screenshots with step-by-steps to not only show you how to check your iPhone or your Android, make sure location is on the way it needs to be, and also make sure your app is updated to the most current version of the app itself. So that is really the simplicity of smart links. Can we go back to the Safari browser? I'm going to rattle off a bunch of different ideas, right? So let's go. Like, I sent you that link. We have, over 100 people in this call. They want to know, what would I do? What could I do to create a version of this app? Is that you're all marketing a version. I think you could niche this out. So, in our world, marketers all create niches. So one niche I think is a good example is your occupation. So let's say somebody is an Uber driver on this call, or knows someone's an Uber driver. Like, you could build a campaign specifically for the gig economy. Like, we're already driving, we're already delivering packages for Amazon or Uber Eats or DoorDash or Grubhub. I make extra dollars with Tapestri, and here's my referral link. And it can be pictures of yourself or stock photos of people delivering food or whatever it is. That's a niche. And then you can start doing advertising if you so choose. Or you find forums that are all about food delivery, all about the gig economy on Reddit and Facebook. And there's a ton. There's a lot of people in the gig economy. That's a big, big opportunity. And it also includes like truck drivers as well. Anyone who's getting paid to drive and deliver or drop off something. That is one niche, just food for thought. Another niche is maybe a stay-at-home dad or stay-at-home mom who's taking kids to karate or dropping off their daughter at ballet or violin, and they're getting paid
to do that. They're getting paid to be there. That's one niche. So one website could be full of families, and they're getting paid at the soccer game or at the violin concert or recital or whatever it is. So those are just two examples of completely niching out, which applies to completely different audiences, completely different demographics. But I think it actually makes sense. And the third one is I would definitely jump on the meta world. I would jump on the gaming world. So there are people, as we all know, who are playing Minecraft or World of Warcraft or Call of Duty or whatever amazing game, and they're doing that all day long, or they're big into that. I think that's a niche. You can get paid to game. You can get paid to go to your friend's house and game, and you can take all the imagery that exists on the internet today, build a landing page with like gaming icons and things like that. That's another niche. So there's so many different ways to cut and slice this and make it more of you, no matter what you do. Maybe you sell on Etsy or eBay. Maybe you sell another product that's a health product, and you can kind of tie that in for something that works for you, something that you know very, very well. Just as another example.
Sorry, my phone won't let me take myself off of mute. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Yeah, there are so many different ways to market this, and I agree with Walter. It's find your niche, find something you're familiar with, the same people you speak to every day. If you are a soccer mom, that is a great market. I mean, you're driving around, you're running errands, you're going grocery shopping. This is an easy way for people to tap in and earn a few extra bucks and monetize those miles that they're driving all the time and everywhere they're going. So Walter, what one of the things that somebody has just brought up, and I don't know if we're addressing it, or I mean, I know we need to and we will, but in the back office, currently when somebody comes through tapestri.io/username, which is our affiliate link, and those stay good forever, you guys, you still have every single tool and more now, because smart links are another independent link that you can turn into a QR code. You can, use it exactly the same way as you were your tapestri.io website link. But when somebody goes through my tapestri.io/username link and they become in my back office a pre-registered lead, I personally get an email notifying me that Walter Harrison just put his email in as my lead. In-app invites, we don't get those email notifications. So is that something we're going to turn on here in the near future?
Absolutely. Yep. That is something, Daniel, you can always read my mind. Exactly what I was saying. Like that enables, it's two-pronged, right? So for the user, who we care a lot about, if you're an affiliate, we obviously love you to death, but you're also a user as well. And you're using our product and you're getting a goal. We want to communicate with you more frequently. And if you tap a friend and share this app and earn $1, that needs to be some type of confirmation to you that it's working, that actually happened. So it's basically, when this merge comes to happen, which is basically already done, we got to set it live, it would basically replicate that same process that we have right now that exists on our website. So you would actually, I'm on /live, I put it in my email address, Danny gets an email right away. That logic will apply in this section that you're looking at on the screen right now as well. Yes. We want that email. And then also, as I said earlier, there will also be a time. So it's great that, on 1/29, Medlac 2017 downloaded it. That's fantastic. But how many days active is Medlac? We know when they downloaded it. On 30 days from 1/29 is when Daniel will actually earn that $1, and we'll have that countdown so you'll actually know.
Awesome. That's going to be super helpful. So then we don't have to ask ourselves questions about, or them. Like John Luke here, this is one of my son's friends, and I've been able to communicate with him, and show him what to do to make sure the app is on, the location always are on, and all of those different things. But sure will be nice to just be able to see those days add up here and confirm without me having to touch base with them. So that's awesome. So, there was one other thing I was going to.
While you're thinking about that, one thing I'll mention is on that payback history. I'm sorry, not payback history. On the referral page, you notice like all those times are like 12:30 a.m. and 3 a.m. It's like, what is Danny doing? Is she like working nights? like just in the middle of the night burning oil and sharing Tapestri. Well, if you are, thank you, we appreciate it. But this time is all in UTC, so it's like a 6-hour difference. So you kind of want to plus 6 hours to that. That's actually the time it actually happens. So what we'll do is we want to adjust that as well. It's kind of confusing because sometimes you think they're actually downloading is at 1 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning, and maybe they are. Most likely they're not though. So you want to put 6 hours. 6 hours from my time zone in Central Time. So it will be whatever time zone you're in to UTC time. $25.
Awesome.
Well, I just like seeing that $25. That's real money. That's real money.
Well, and that brings up, I'm glad you brought that up because, last night in the evening, I opened the app and it told me I was already February 1st and had reset my goal. And I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? So that makes sense. It's 6 hours ahead of Eastern or Central?
Central.
Okay. So, awesome. So, there goes my screen. Not sure what happened. It might have timed out.
So I see questions on like, what is the squeeze page? And Danny, maybe we should talk about that. Like start, first principles on the bottom. What is this squeeze page? You're a good marketer. What is that?
A squeeze page, landing page, lead capture page. You can call them all different kinds of things, but it really is something that just really quickly, it's similar. In my opinion, it would be similar to something that's just a video with a little bit of a snippet of information, just enough to whet their appetite to get them to want to opt in, so to speak, give you their email to get more information on a free app that pays. Or like Walter said, if you're a gamer, I don't speak the gaming lingo, so I'm not going to be good at that one. But something, like all gamers, I'm sure want more, I don't know, what would they want? A cooler gaming chair or a controller or something like that, and this could be money towards that. So a landing page or a squeeze page would just be a very simple one-page website, which you could literally build on Wix or Weebly for free. And it would have utilizing either one of or some of the photos that are under your resources in the back office and the videos on Vimeo, like the 1-minute Tapestri video on that squeeze page talking about the app that pays cash, no points, no gift cards, whatever it might be, opt in now to access it for free. And then once they opt in, obviously, or click here to access it for free. And when they click here, it goes right to that in-app invite link that you guys all have access to, whether you're a free customer or a paid affiliate. That link stays live forever, and you can redirect any clickable button to that link. And when they put their email in, that's considered an opt-in. Then they are able to access the app and download the app and start getting into that email sequence from Tapestri corporate as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different, my head's spinning right now. I'm looking at these comments. I'm thinking about like, what would I do? One person said the crypto piece. I mean, clearly that is a good one right now because, people in crypto have a hypothesis and, we all kind of agree with them that it could be very big and small amounts of money can lead to something very big as well. So if you're in crypto, you're in Robinhood or you're in Coinbase or you're trading crypto at any point, you should utilize Tapestri to earn extra dollars that you can eventually turn into crypto, right? So creating a landing page around crypto, maybe utilizing tweets from famous people who talked about crypto or trends in crypto, where it started, where it's at now, and what people are saying, and then obviously tie that in with Tapestri as well. Something that can help fund your Robinhood account, something that can help fund your Coinbase account is one example. And then also one I keep thinking about this daily, so cut me off anytime. If I was in a community that worked with eBay, right? So eBay sellers, Amazon sellers, people who sell on Etsy, that's a pretty deep community. There's Reddit forums, there are Facebook groups, there are WhatsApp groups, all about selling products on those huge websites. And you could obviously be a part of that community and say, hey, this is something else I do as I'm selling and thrifting and doing that. I do this as well. And building a page that represents and speaks to that group of people in their language, in Reddit forums, etc. So many ways to do this. and, going little by little and throwing comments and questions at us. Do you think this will work? Do you think this will convert? Do you like this color? What would you change? We are honest sounding boards that will give you as much support as possible that allow you to win, which ultimately allows all of us to win.
And it's all about also keeping it simple and don't overcomplicate it and be tactful about it. I really hope you guys aren't out there spamming every Facebook group and Reddit group with your invite link, because that's just going to tick people off, and they're going to either kick you out of the group or throw some real harsh language at you, because that's how social media is. People say whatever they want to say. And so just do it tactfully. If you do it with what you already do during the day, like we have somebody here who says they're an Uber driver. Perfect. That is perfect. You're already in the niche. You're already living the lifestyle. That's authentic. That's who you are and what you do, or a piece of who you are and what you do. And you'll have a way higher success rate sharing the app that way. Whether you have a landing page or not, you guys, that is just a tool. That's another tool in the tool belt. It doesn't mean it's always going to be the most effective tool for you to use every single time. But the in-app invite, your ability to have a conversation with someone when you're out and you have a great server, or, you have a great Uber driver, right? If you're the one in the back seat and you're the customer, somebody delivers groceries to your house, you order Uber Eats, you get a UPS delivery, you get a FedEx delivery, somebody from Amazon drops off something. All of those people are opportunities for you to share a free app with, so that they can tap into a few more dollars every month. And so just keep it simple and fun. And now you have that in-app invite, and you can turn that into a QR code. You can do a lot of different things with it. So that would be just my input on that piece.
Yeah, I see a great question that I'd love to address, because we're talking about, creating landing pages and getting people to install it. But, Leonard asked a really fundamental question. How do you get a stranger to feel comfortable with turning their location on always? Great question. How do I get a stranger to feel comfortable with turning their location always? So there's so many ways to answer that, but I would say fundamentally, the average consumer doesn't know that they're already getting some of this information away. The first thing you would do is, if you're having a conversation with them face-to-face, what I would do is, let's open up your location settings, for example, and see what other apps are already always getting access to your location that we either forgot about, didn't know about, etc. That's one thing to do. And then also, if you have their phone in front of you, you can see the apps they're using, like Facebook or Meta or whatever social app that's hot and trendy at the time. You can go to the App Store. And one of the key things we did when our app went live is we told people what we collect. And as an app, we have a responsibility to Apple and to Google to be forthright about what we collect. And it says that we collect location data, and that's it. You look at TikTok or you look at Meta, you'll see financial information, contact information, all this other information that consumer is actually giving away. And Tapestri does not look at any of that information. So understanding what they're already giving away from a location standpoint, and all the other metadata they give away as well, makes a huge differentiation from Tapestri. And we're actually paying you. The rest of those apps are not. That's how I would approach it. Obviously, generally not in their face, but like that generally works. And I feel like that's resonating in the marketing space thus far.
Well, I know it helped me when you were actually telling me over an hour and a half conversation to try to get me on the other side of this fence, because I was very much against, I don't want another thing tracking me. I know everything tracks me. I have no privacy already. I don't really want to share any information. And that was one of the things you asked me was, hey, Danny, do you have a grocery card? Do you have a Lowe's card? Those were the first two things you asked me. This was like over a year ago now. And I was like, yep, I've got the Safeway Albertsons card. I've got the Lowe's card. I've got the Home Depot card. And you just helped me understand that was a conversation we got to have together, right? So I think I know for me personally, I've had much better results when I'm having a conversation with somebody about the app and about what it does and doesn't do than opt-in pages. I mean, the thing with the squeeze page and a landing page, it doesn't matter what your niche is. It doesn't matter what you do. You have literally 1.2 seconds or 2.1 seconds to capture their attention long enough to get them to either watch a video, read a headline. That's why, they call it clickbait. I swear I click on an article because of the headline. And then 3/4 of the way through the article, I realized this had nothing to do with the headline I just clicked on. But they want me to click on it. So if you're going to be mass marketing, that's one thing when you can throw, hundreds or thousands of people through a squeeze page. But when you're out and about and have an opportunity to have a conversation with someone, I always like to keep it simple and just ask them, well, how many social media apps do you have on your phone? Do you use any trading, dating apps on your phone? Do you ever use navigation apps on your phone? I mean, there's not one person I've ever met thus far other than my father, who still has a jitterbug phone, that doesn't use any of those apps, right? Not a single one. And so any of those apps that they have on their phone are already collecting 10 times as much information as the anonymous location of where that phone goes in the world. And so that's just how I ask. I just ask that and go, well, yeah, I have all those on my phone too, and I don't really like them tracking any of my information either. But this one, the only thing it's tapped into is where my device goes in the world. And then I can show them, now I can show them $25. And they can decide if they want to keep that location on. But the most important thing I let them know is if they're not going to keep their location on always, don't install the app. I mean, that's because the core function of the app is for them to be able to monetize that anonymous device data. And if the app is only able to work when they have it open on their phone, then they either have to open it every single day for a while or allow the app background access. Either way, to get paid, they've got to do one of those two things, and they're going to be giving that device ID and battery size and Wi-Fi connectivity information in exchange for those dollars.
Exactly. And what Danny said earlier when we talked about this a year ago, it's, brands figured out, like Walgreens has the Walgreens Rewards and Target has, the Circle and Red Card and all of that. Why do these brands, why are they doing this? Well, they're definitely trying to build in loyalty. And I don't want to disparage any of those brands, but it's purely for data. Because generally speaking, when you buy something at Target, let's say 20 years ago or 15 years ago, all they had was the last four of your credit card. They really weren't able to itemize every single thing you purchased. But now when you have the Target Cartwheel app and you have the Red Card, and this is nothing bad against Target, nothing bad against Walgreens, they now have itemized purchases over years tied to you individually. And that allows them to give you better discounts and things like that, 10 or 20% off, whatever it is, and cash back and things of that nature. But it's purely a data play. It opened up them to understand more about you. Remember years ago, Danny, you saw that lawsuit about, I think it was actually public. I'll find the link and send it out, of roughly, I think it was the gentleman sued Target because it said that his daughter was pregnant. And really, Target knew his daughter was pregnant before he did. Because of her purchases. So as an example, so that's just one thing that you can peer into, what you actually buy tied to you individually. They can really start to predict a lot of things. And what we're saying is, consumer, you're already doing this. This is happening way more than you ever know or realize. We're coming in, kind of opening up the veil, seeing behind the curtain, Wizard of Oz style, and saying, now you can get paid for it. We don't care about what you purchase. We care about where you go, and we'll also make that transparent and pay for it. So that's it.
This is a great one. Ben says, Facebook is rumored to track and collect 52,000 data points on every user. What's one more? With a winky smiley face.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna copy and paste that one to everybody, because it is very true. I mean, that's a very valid point. And that's pretty much what Walter was saying to me when I was complaining about not wanting to give away more data. He's like, you're already giving all this data away, way more data than what this app is going to ever collect. So, okay. So Walter, I know you have have babies to tuck in, daughters and sons.
Yeah.
And we'll let you run and do that, because I know you could get caught up in answering questions for the next half hour, and I don't want you to.
I will answer. Give me like 3 to 5 questions. I like answering questions.
Okay, you asked for it. I will. Okay, I'm going to the Q&A. We'll start there, and then Chuck and I can run through some of this chat. But you guys were in Q&A.
Robert was asking if there's any update on the countries, Walter.
Say that one more time.
Robert was asking if there's any update on the countries.
There will be some updates on the countries coming this week on new countries that are going live that we're pretty excited about. We're not announcing that yet. We'll announce that on Friday, but yes, new countries will be going live.
It says 4+ years old to invite. Is that when you first started? I know your launch date, but it was good info as well. I'm a little confused on that one. Oh, I think that's about the iPhone.
Oh yeah, that's age to use. That how long we've been around? Soon will be 4 years. About 3 years. How do we create a custom message when you want to send? You can actually edit the message that pops up. So as we showed earlier, you can, and maybe Danny, you want to show this?
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do a screen share here in a minute. Let's do this one. For the month of February, since there's less than 30 days, what happens? Are we going to get paid for being active for 28 days instead?
No, we're adding that as well. So you'll add that. So what happens is, we said earlier about UTC. So it actually reset on yesterday at like 6 o'clock. And so today, if you go to your payback history, I'm going to actually do that right now. You should see February 1st. You probably don't see the 31st. Yes. So right now on mine, I see February 1st and I see February 2nd. So it's already paid me for the second day. But the 31st will be added to that as well. The one thing on that, I'm so glad you asked the question, is on the new design, there's actually a big confetti and a gold circle, and congratulations. It will actually stay that way for a full 24 hours. So it's actually assuming that you're going to hit your goal and you'll be rewarded for that as well. But yes, that will be added to you as well, that remaining 31st day.
Okay, awesome. I'm going to go through how to edit a smart link invite. Or let's see, let me share my screen again here. And Walter, if you want to run, you certainly can. I know.
Yeah, let me just see if there's any other questions. What happens if the referral does not put in their email but taps to get the app first by accident? Well, they actually have to put in their email first, then click the green button, then the app button pop up. So it doesn't, unless they put like a fake email address in there. That's always possible, just to get access to the app as well. But
yeah, so if I were to click on that invite that Walter sent me, let's do this again. If I can click on get the app all I want, that's what happens. Fill out this field. Okay. So it won't let me have access to the app download buttons until I actually enter my email. If I click get the app, it turns black, says fill out this field. I fill out that field with a real email, right? And then it gives me, with an email that it knows I didn't fake. And I click get the app, and then the App Store buttons pop up afterwards. So that is how the smart link functions. And this refer.tapestri, that link up there, right there, refer.tapestri.io/C, because this is a customer account, /17108, is that customer's smart link forever. It's an evergreen link. It never dies. I could send this invite to somebody and then they could not do anything with it. And then all of a sudden see it on their phone 5 days later, 5 months later, click on it, open it up. It's going to do the exact same thing. It's going to give them access to that page right here so that they can put their email in to get the app. Okay, so that's why I said you guys can use this link out there socially. You can use it on printed materials. I would actually turn this into a bit.ly link, or I would spend $5 to $10 and buy a domain like Walter said, gettheapp.com or gettheapp.co or makemoneyonyourdata.com or whatever you want to do, so that then you can mask that refer.tapestri.io / whatever your link is, so that when they go to getpaidforit.com or whatever it is, it takes them right to this squeeze page to enter their info, or even better yet, takes them to your actual squeeze page that you've created for your niche. If you're a driver, drive, make more money, something like that. If you're an Uber driver, would be a good one to do a squeeze page. And then when they click on get the app or get app access or whatever it might be, they're sent to this page here to enter their email. So that's what I would do with that. And on printed materials, you guys have access. Oh my gosh. Kaval Benson, one of our first global affiliate, he is a designer, marketer extraordinaire. Go to the resources in your back office. There are so many there that talk about anything from more money for groceries, make more money, monetize every mile, 3 to 5 more gallons of gas in your gas tank, every kind of way to promote this app. Just Get Social has some people having fun getting paid cash for, a free app that pays cash. There's lots of different ways to get into it. So I wanted to see, could you go into Google and show how to set up on Android? So you don't have to set anything up on anything, okay? So your in-app invite is already set up for you. You open up the Tapestri app, you click on refer a friend, you click on refer now. That's an in-app invite, okay? Now you can share it publicly on Facebook, you can share it on Instagram, you can message it to people if you're on Messenger with somebody. Like I could message it to Haval right now, he's already got it, but I can send it, he's already got the app obviously, but there I just sent it to him. I can I can text it to anybody, I can airdrop it, I can WhatsApp it, I can email it to somebody if I want to email that invite to them. If I want to edit, let's say I want to text a girlfriend of mine, and boom, send it, okay? Or, like I said, here's the app that pays cash. And then I can delete anything else that I don't want in this message. Another thing I might do is go to my notes, and I might actually create, I need to, let's see, I had one in here, tap invite. I need to edit this more now because it's got all of the old, and I would just edit this. Paste. And boom. And then all I have to do is go up here in my notes, send a copy, and I can text it to anybody I want, okay? So there's a lot of different ways. And then you could have, maybe you have 4. I'm a stay-at-home grandma, right? This is my adorable little grandson, right? So if I want to come at it from that standpoint, I can speak with authenticity. I love to market and promote. I love to tell stories. So there's lots of different ways. If I'm an Uber driver, I found another awesome app to help me make more money every month. Here, check it out. It's free to download, and boom. All you got to do is make sure your location settings are set to, or permissions are on always, right? I mean, most Uber drivers and drivers are used to that because they're literally have Uber or Lyft or Uber Eats or something on their phone that is tracking them everywhere they go so they can get paid, as well as using their navigation telling them where to go so they can get whomever or whatever where it needs to be. So there's so many different ways to do it. It's just a matter of doing it, right? Start with your friends. That's a good place to go. You guys probably already did that, but that would be where I would go. Let's see, what do you have to do to help people get to the app active? Okay, let's do this. I'm on an iPhone. Chuck, do you think you could hop on with your Android? Helping them go app active. Actually, I'm going to get off of this. So I'm going to go through this one more time, and then I'm going to show you guys exactly the tool to use. If you are on an iPhone, the most important thing is that your app location is set to always. If you're on an Android, all It's either says always or allow all the time. It could say one or the other, but as long as it's on, then the app should be able to tap in. They need to be on the most current version. If they are not on the most current version of the app, they'll want to go to their app store and see if there's an update. You do that by going to your phones, to your app store on your phone, on an iPhone. I click on my avatar up at the top, and then it tells me all the apps I need to update, which are a lot right now. But it shows me right here that Tapestri is already updated, and I can hold my finger down on it and it opens it up and shows me that I'm on version 1.0.9, which is the most updated version. So you'll want to make sure they're on the most updated version and also have their location on, always have that set correctly. So I want to show you guys something here real quick, because this is the most important tool for you to use in your back office right now. And I want to make sure you all know how to get it. Okay, so let's see. Can you see my screen here? How I got here was I went to my back office in the Tapestri back office and I clicked on resources. Okay, and this is the #1 resource I want everybody to be using right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the link, make it really easy for everybody here tonight, share it in the chat so everybody has access to it. And then, there we go. Okay, so it has four things. How to check location on Android, how to make sure your app is updated on an Android, okay? And then it goes through a little bit about the last thing they need to do after they make sure that their app is updated is tap on the map to activate it, okay? So after you do an app update on an Android, you want to make sure you go back in and open up the map, and that fully activates the app again. How to check if your app is on app locations on an iPhone. Settings, Tapestri location, always, boom, done right there. How to update your iOS app. Okay, so this is a tool. You guys don't have to be the, you just have to give them the guide. Here's the guide. You just have to know how to access the guide and then be able to share it with your people. So you can make this into screenshots and text it to them, say what kind of phone do you have, and then you just text them whichever one, you know, iOS or Android. You can send this whole PDF file to them and they can figure it out on their own. That's not that hard. But this is the go-to tool. And I think it'll be very helpful if you guys are, you know, obviously sharing it and using it, it can be very helpful. Otherwise, it's one of those back and forth things. Do you have, send me a screenshot. Do you have this? Send me a screenshot of that. Okay, go here and click there. And it's just too much work, right? Okay. If they're still having login issues, having to log into the app every day, well, that's their phone. Okay, so the app closes out. You want to close the app out. You don't want to leave it open because it will drain your battery. If they're, when they open the app, if they have to go in and put their email and their password in, that's normal. You want to make sure they're on the most updated version, but depending on how they have their security on their phone and different things like that, if they're using Face ID or scan, all that stuff, some people will have to log in. That's neither here nor there. It's not affecting whether the app works for them to have to log in every single time. Let's see, you guys have asked a few other questions I wanted to address. I don't know if Chuck's still here with me, but I
am still here.
Awesome. Okay. I don't know. I'm kind of lost in questions and everything right now. So let me go back to Q&A. I wanted to address this one right here. Yes, you can absolutely drive traffic to a smart link. I just wouldn't drive traffic directly to your smart link because all they're going to see is apps profit from your data, secure your data, and get paid for it. And that's not a very strong, like that's going to leave it's too much of a generalization. So it's just, I think, a little bit more effective if you have a squeeze page in front of that sends them a message before you go right to that smart link. But yeah, you can definitely drive traffic right to that link itself. The app screens, so hold on a second, I'm going to share my screen again. Because the app screen, no matter what, is going to ask them for a sign up code. So somebody here is asking, my daughter downloaded the app using my smart link. It's showing her, sorry, hold on, I have to stop this share. It's still asking her for a smart code, and that is, or not a smart code, sorry, a sign up code. And that is normal, okay? It's always going to ask for that no matter what. It just doesn't require that they enter it. So if I want to, I'm going to log out so you guys can see. If I click on this invite that Walter had sent me, where the heck did it go? Okay. And I say, I enter my email and I say, get the app. Okay. And then I'm going to click on Android. I'm not logged in. Okay. That would say install or download, right? And I would download it, and then I have to create my app account. Okay. So what I'm going to do if I'm creating my app account is it'll actually take me to the welcome screen. And these screens are going to be changing here in a little bit, but they're going to look similar to this. So I would enter my email and I would create a password. But this area right here will soon say promo code. It says optional, and it is optional. Okay. If you send somebody an in-app invite using your smart link, which is what's in your app, that's what a smart link is. It's your refer.tapestri.io link. If you send them an in-app invite, they do not have to use that. They don't have to put a code there, okay? Because the in-app invite is going to send them to this page. And they already put their email in there. So it functions exactly like we as affiliates sending them to our tapestri.io/username. It's exactly the same process. It captures their email first, which creates them as a lead in your back office. And then they can go and install the app, and they don't have to put any code in. But the code option will always be there as an optional thing, because if they wanted to, they could just go and install the Tapestri app from the App Store. Okay. They could go install it from the App Store, and then they could put the code, whatever it might be, whatever your username is, Global Chuck or whatever, and that could connect them that way if they didn't have an invite code, an invite link sent to them. Okay, so that's why that's always going to remain there, because we want everybody to have the option to enter and share the app however they possibly can, whether it's typing in a code or they got a link invite. Either way, they can do that to get credit. Okay, let's see. Chuck, thank you. You're answering all these questions. An affiliate, okay, so, and you guys, this is another thing. Hold on a second. Another tool. So here's something I just shared on my Facebook. I got 80% say yes, 20% say send an invite. Sorry, this is my Facebook story. There's all kinds of ways to share on stories, right? But sorry, it keeps timing out. But I can go and see who said send an invite, right? If it will let me. So my girlfriend Chloe said send an invite. So now I can just click on her name, boom, send her an invite right here. You asked for it. LOL, here you go. And then I can text her my link. And that's a conversation that she just got directly in her Facebook Messenger. Okay, so that's a fun way to share. But I wanted to show you guys right here in the Tapestri affiliate group. This is another fast. So fast way to access the tools. You guys are asking a lot of questions and they're all answered right here in this one post, okay? How I got there was I went to Tapestri Affiliates. I clicked on featured. So at the top of the screen of Tapestri Affiliates is this menu bar. And the two most important ones are the exact same two that are talked about in this header. Start with guides, then go to featured. Guides, boom, right there. Need to know, right there. That one need to know, app setup instructions and top 10 FAQs answered, boom, right there. Tapestri affiliate review, like a whole overview of the app and the whole opportunity, right there. App FAQ videos, right there. Affiliate resource files, right there. FAQ link, right there. So all of those are, a lot of your questions are answered right here in this top 10 FAQ. And the number one that you guys ask a lot about is how the heck do we get paid? And you as an affiliate get paid through the back office by setting up your profile payout option under profile. And in this FAQ, if it ever loads, it shows you, tells you step by step how to do that. Okay, so not only does it show you how to download the app and how to make sure your settings and your location is on always on both iPhone and Android, it also reminds you of the iPhone every 3-day little pop-up that's going to make sure that, you know, iPhone likes to remind us in case we all forget that we set the app locations to always. Here, payouts on affiliates or paid data surveys and commission earnings through the back office by linking to Stripe or PayPal. Free app users are paid through the app itself, okay? So if you are an affiliate and you've already linked your payout, you don't need to do anything in the app to get paid. You're getting paid through the back office. Once your owed balance is $10 or more, it happens automatically on the next payday, okay? But that is a big one, that need to know right there. If you want to get ideas of how to promote, marketing tools, post ideas, you got a whole bunch of them. There's, I think, 17 different ideas right here. Different files you can use, copy and paste, how to make your Facebook into a funnel. Ronye Ross shared that. That was an awesome one. Social story post ideas, Facebook, Instagram story ideas. There's a whole video right here. You can literally just download and put on questions you can ask. Beta test. I mean, there's just so many different ideas there. And then you've got access to marketing trainings. And one of my favorite ones is the Facebook story training that Stephanie Parisi did, who is an excellent marketer. And you can access that by clicking right here, and it'll take you to 20 different Monday, Tuesday night trainings. But the one I'm referring to is Facebook story ideas for building your business and brand. That is a great, I mean, it's literally got 20 different ways to use Instagram or Facebook stories or TikTok or different ideas of how to promote. Okay, I hope I answered a lot of questions. I know I didn't answer all of them because we never get to all of them. But so thank you all for being here, and really just keep it simple. Keep it simple. It's a free app that pays people, and it pays. And I think there's a lot of apps out there that pay points. There's a lot of apps out there that pay gift cards. There's a lot of apps out there that pay crypto. A lot of the crypto apps, as great as they may be, are coins that have no value as of yet. This, regardless of what you're promoting, is another app. The difference is it pays cash, and that's a big difference. There's another app out there trying to be very similar to us, and it pays points, and it has 100 points. It requires 1,000 points for you to be able to get paid out. But I myself have been trying to figure out what 1 point equals for almost 2 months now, and still can't get an answer. So I have no clue. You know, what does 100 points equal? It might equal 10 cents. I don't know. Nobody will tell me. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Ultimately, just keep it simple. And after somebody installs the app, I think if you have access to their email or you know them as a friend, I would definitely be sending that Google Drive document to them so that they can see screen by screen exactly what to do to set the app up correctly so that they do get paid. All right, you guys have a great day.